Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is Rattler. This is my first video. First video. And it just so happens to be a video to another video, response to another video. And the reason why I'm responding is because I'm tired of typing. My hands are tired. You know, I always respond typing and I never have enough room to really say what I want to say. And it gets annoying. So I'm just going to respond to this one. And my neck hurts. This is a response to the Young Turks video regarding the KFC ad that was played in Australia. Uh, Pretty sure many of you seen this ad, so I'm not going to go over it in detail. I'm just going to give you my opinion on it. And from an African American perspective, by just seeing the video, not knowing the context, the background of the video and why it was made, I see it as racist because I'm familiar with the stereotypes. You know, being KFC being a American company, you know, I'm more familiar with the stereotypes than Aussies are. So right then and there, you can't. KFC knows they can't show me that commercial, but they can show Australians the commercial because they might not be familiar with our stereotypes. They might not care. They might not be familiar with American culture. I think what a lot of them get mad at is the fact that, you know, they feel like Americans, they think that we think that we know them. You know, that we're trying to dictate what they should think and how they should feel. And they're like, look, we don't see this as racist. You know, it might be racist in America, but it's not racist here. But I guess my problem is that, you know, this is KFC. You know, if this was an Australian version of KFC or Australian company, okay, maybe it'd be understandable. But this is KFC. KFC has, as an American company, they are well aware of that stereotype. You know, they are well aware of it. And if they knew not to play that in America, because if they want to keep their customer base, and African American customer base, and black people, we love chicken. It's just true. We like chicken. Everybody likes chicken. I don't know no culture in the world who don't eat chicken, but we eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of pork, beef as well. But they knew if they wanted to keep us as customers, they weren't not going to play that commercial because it is obvious. White guy who is being disturbed by this rowdy black crowd, and how is he gonna shut him up so he can pay attention to the game? This crowd seems like unruly. They seem, you know, and this is from an American perspective. Understand? They seem like savages, and they just won't shut up and sit down and watch the game. So what should I do? Oh, feed them a bucket of chicken. Give them a bucket of chicken, and they'll shut up. Here you go. It worked. You want to shut black people up? You give them a bucket of chicken. People don't understand that stereotype and how deep it runs, you know, in American culture. You know, chicken eating, watermelon Negroes. KFC wouldn't have dared play that commercial in America, but Australia, and I'm not familiar with Australia, but I do know enough to know that it is pretty lily white. They don't have a large African population, people of African descent. And even if they did, that stereotype might not be attributed to them. You know, even still, I mean, it's obvious from from a lot of comments that, you know, people see this as Australian guy, West Indian blacks, not African American blacks and white American, but two totally different cultures. But then again, would KFC really play that commercial in America? And obviously not. So just to clarify for a lot of people who seem to be confused on both ends, for the Americans, Aussies might not be familiar with that type of stereotype. For Aussies, I understand you're not familiar with African American or American stereotypes or history of racial relations in America. So it's kind of understandable why you all react the way you react. But I do have one thing to say, and that's, You know, take it out of the chicken eating stereotype. Take it out of that context and just look at it from a different perspective. You have a white guy who is trying to watch the game, and you have these rambunctious black people making a lot of noise, disturbing the peace, if you may, and you want to just shut them up. When you shut them up, you give them a bucket of chicken. Take it in that context of a rambunctious, unorderly, savage, almost savage-looking group of Africans uh, interrupting the peaceful white man while he watches his cricket game. You know, it makes it almost seem as if whites don't get as crazy in sports events as blacks do. In fact, being in America, I don't even know about American sports. You go to an American football game, white people are crazy in American, in a lot of American sports. So I mean, you know, it gives it that kind of context that, you know, that a stereotype I'm pretty sure a lot of people around the world are familiar with, and I didn't like it from that context either. But then again, you all might see it differently. You know, you still might see it differently. Still might not see it as a racial thing. So I'm just giving my opinion on it. If you want to comment on it, that's fine. You know, I want, you know, positive comments. You know, nothing negative. You can disagree with me, but, you know, leave all the racist comments alone. I mean, just, you know, tell me what you think. All right, I'm gone.